Hey everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos. I'm so excited today to be chatting with Tiara Thomas, who is responsible for some of the biggest hits in music. Most recently, just got a Grammy nomination for writing for Mary J. Blige, Good Morning Gorgeous. And of course, she's already a Grammy winner, an Oscar winner, all of the things. And she's also ready to release her own music again, which I'm so excited. And she's got such a great story, and I'm so excited to be chatting with her right now. Tiara, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's just talk about the big Grammy news. Good Morning Gorgeous, Mary J. I mean, people were saying that this song and that album was like, her best in so long. I mean, look at all the Grammy nominations. What was it like for you to, get that nomination again? But also, like, I know that this song has a deep, special meaning for you as well.
Yeah, well, first of all, the coolest thing was being in the studio with Mary J. Blige. She's super cool and just like chill, and she's real fly, and yeah, she's just, I guess, how I would imagine she would be, mad cool. And the song Good Morning Gorgeous actually like pretty dope because it was me, Mary J, her, the singer,
Yeah.
and D'Mile, the producer, who we won the Oscar and the Grammy with, and Lucky Day. We were all in the studio, and we were just vibing out. And Mary, she had something very specific she wanted to talk about, just about like self-love and self-confidence. And she basically, I mean, she said the title. She was like, I want it to be like, like in the morning, I say like, "Good morning, gorgeous." And that's how the song ended up coming about. It was really cool to be able to work with so many dope people. Of course, I work with her a lot, and quite honestly, she wrote most of that song. And so yeah, it was definitely cool to contribute to that and that message. I love the message of Good Morning Gorgeous and just self-love, and just, I think everybody is on, well, not everyone's on their journey because they don't know they need to love themselves, but it's a lifelong journey. And so I definitely think that was a beautiful song from Mary.
I love that. Well, let's talk about self-love and journey. I know for you, I mean, that this song is so important. And I know for you and your journey, accepting yourself, just being more comfortable talking about your identity as someone of the LGBTQ community. How are you feeling with all of that right now?
I feel fine with it. It's something I've kind of been doing my entire life, or at least I know how I felt. I still let me know how you feel about this too, because I don't really, I guess, get to, I have like friends in the LGBTQ community. I don't have like a bunch of gay friends, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not like super into labels,
Yeah.
just in general, like just in my life, Republican, Democrat, gay, bisexual, straight. Like, I am from Earth and I'm Black, and those are the things that I like identify with. But definitely I am, you know eh, queer. And so I know that's how they kind of like use it to like put a you know
All
package of,
encompassing of any, yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. And so yeah, it's kind of like what I've been doing my whole life. And I just decided recently, was that, so the Grammys and the Oscars happened last year, and then after that my parents were they're so proud of me. And I was like, this would be a great opportunity to just throw this out there. And while they can like see me as doing no harm or no wrong. And I was raised in a very conservative home, and so just the way that I was brought up was, it's kind of something that, raised in church, go to church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday evening. And it's just not something that was really talked about, or something uh that was accepted. And so it took me a long time to just be comfortable with myself and on my journey, and loving myself, and my having my own relationship with God. And just being able to, like I said, I felt like I reached a certain point in my life where I mean, like, it's shoot, I couldn't even believe it. I was sitting there like, wow. Okay, so what other kind of news can I, spring out in this moment? And I think that was really something that I came out to my parents because I wanted them to come to the Grammys and, just be involved in my lifestyle. And so I'm really close with my family. I'm really close with my parents. And I just wanted them to, even though they already knew, I feel like I just I needed to do that for me. So I felt like I wasn't like, purposely trying to like omit information and, things like that. So,
Do you
but
feel
it's been
they had
cool.
were they cool, and were they welcoming, hopefully, and open to the conversation?
Yeah, they were. And I told my I had opened up to my dad about how it affected me as a teenager, as a 14, 15-year-old who was, trying to figure out who I am and, having parents that I didn't really feel like accepted me, or being in environments with people that I didn't feel like accepted me, and how that affected me growing up. And so my parents apologized to me. They apologized, and they told me they love me no matter what. And obviously they came to the Grammys, and it was where's that? I was gonna show you a picture from the Grammys, but I don't know where it is. But it was so cute. And yeah, I just felt like, a big weight lifted off my shoulders because, you know, I never really felt like people have to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have to be like, oh, I'm gay. Like, nobody has to say, oh, I'm straight. But
Hmm.
it's just like this kind of thing in society that has been in the past. It's been like, very taboo. And so, it's almost like something that people feel like they need to be released. The secret of having, your true authentic lifestyle. And so, yeah, I didn't really feel like I needed to have this whole big coming out thing. I just, in the car ride, I was in Texas with my mom and dad, and we were in the car, and I just, let them know.
No, and that's what's so important. And I love that thank you for sharing that first off. I'm so happy that they were welcoming and that you are in a good space with your family. But I think what's so important is, especially for queer Black people, where there still ends up being a lot of stigma, a lot of stereotypes. It's amazing when we have someone like yourself who's a Black queer person that's successful, winning Oscars, winning Grammys. And I just think it's so important to spotlight that, and just to, because I think it's key for people to see that, for visibility, for understanding.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. And that's why that's another reason why I was just like, okay, I can talk about it because there are kids or like, teenagers in the world struggling, and maybe they look on TV. I mean, I'm 33, I don't mind saying that, but back when I was like maybe 15, 10, whatever, around that age, I didn't really see a lot of representation of myself on, when you watch movies and watch TV and stuff. And so I know that is a lot more these days. And I'm happy for that. Like, I'm happy that, these teenagers or young people can watch TV or watch film and be able to see themselves represented. I feel like they still got to do a little bit better job, because sometimes I feel like they like go along with the stereotypes, or there's like hella drama and trauma associated with being
Right.
gay. But I do feel like there is more representation, and I do think it's important for people to see, people like myself that are, like you said, successful. I'm Black, I'm queer, and I'm out here living my life, doing my thing, and like, I just feel like everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves to see themselves and believe that, they can do whatever they want to do.
Tiara, thinking about, we've talked about the success and your journey to self-acceptance, and, just really being in such a good place. What would you say to any young person out there, maybe an LGBTQ person that might be having a hard time accepting themselves, or on the flip side, maybe a younger person that's, hoping to get into the music biz and have, some success like you have had?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, a lot of people say this, like, be yourself.
Mhm.
But it really is so true. Like all the cliche quotes I heard when I was younger, like, be yourself, love yourself. When I grew up, I realized like, wow, that's like really, that's real shit. And I think that's the most important thing, is just be yourself, because there's people that are watching you that will be inspired by you, and you may not be for everybody. Everybody ain't for everybody, but there might be some kids out there watching you that are inspired by your story, inspired by your look and your sound and your willingness to be authentic, and share your story and your life with people. And people are inspired by that. We live in a generation where a lot of people just scroll and they just move on to the next thing, but people do see. I definitely just be yourself, and surround yourself with people that are accepting of you. That's another thing, because it's very hard to be yourself when you're surrounded by people who don't accept you. So try to surround yourself by people who are accepting of you, and just keep doing you. It might not feel like super good right now, but you'll be happy that you just stayed authentic to yourself.
Yeah, I think, and I also think it's like I've talked to so many people like that once they like love themselves and accept themselves for who they are, the art that they put out into the world is just so much better because it's coming from an authentic place.
Yeah.
There just isn't that like level of like, oh wait, I don't want to reveal this, because someone's gonna,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. And that's the tough part, I think, about being an artist for a lot of different artists, is that is your art, and you're being vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there for the world to see, and for the world to pick apart and critique and dissect. And that's very scary. I mean, that's scary for anybody who's being vulnerable and sharing their art with the world. And so definitely when you get to that place where you just feel comfortable with who you are, it's just like, take it or leave it. You either like it or you don't, and that's cool, and you're cool with it, and it doesn't break you. And I think that's like, that's the most important part.
And now you also have, speaking of more success, a new single. It's called Don't Talk Back. I think an album is also on the way in the near
Yeah.
future. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I have a project on the way. I've been working on music for quite some time, like literally the last maybe 2 or 3 years. Just on and off working on music. I was working on H.E.R.'s album
Yep.
for a while, and then just working on various different projects and stuff like that. So and just like really just having fun and being experimental with what I'm doing, and not feeling like I have to come out and like make a particular type of song to fit in with what people are doing. I'm in a very much like do me phase of my life. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been experimenting and just like having fun making music. And so, yeah, I have a new single out called Don't Talk Back. And it's all like fun. And I usually do like very like moody, vibey songs. And so this is probably like one of the more upbeat songs I've released, but it's fun and it's sassy and it's like don't talk back. And that's like my personality. And it's sexy and it's empowering, and yeah, that's what I wanted people to hear from me being gone from music for a couple of years. I wanted them to see the different stuff I've been working on. So
I love that. And listen, I mean, you can listen to that now. And look, we'll be rooting for you because Grammys are going to be soon. They are February 5th, 2023, which sounds so far away, but we're
I'm
already
not even used
COVID.
to Grammys being February 5th, because the last 2 years it was COVID and they
That's
kept having
right.
to push it back. And so like this is actually kind of early for me. So I'm like trying to figure out like what am I gonna wear? I get like anxiety about that kind of stuff. So
Oh, I mean, anyone would be lucky to dress you. I mean, that'd be so cool. And listen, I mean, right before Valentine's Day, maybe it'll be an early present for you. But Tiara, it's been so great to meet you. I hope to work more with you at GLAAD. I just think that your vibe, your message, is so inspiring, and it's what we really need more of. So look, we're rooting you on, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the album when it's available.
thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me and talking to me and let me share my story. Thank you so much. And
Of
I love your Christmas tree decor in the
I know it's like very Christmassy back here. I'm
cute, really cute. I love
thank
it. Very
you.
festive.